Dear NUS staff, students and alumni, a very good evening to one and all. Let me begin by thanking NUS for your support of Climate Action Week 2020, which is taking place from the 15th to 21st August this year. Climate Action Week was initiated by my ministry in 2019. Through various initiatives and partner events, we aim to raise awareness of the existential threat of climate change and what individuals and businesses can do to respond to this challenge. I'm indeed heartened that more youths today are showing an interest in environmental issues and more organizations are implementing sustainable practices. NUS, for example, is issuing residential college students with reusable lunch boxes. This will help reduce the use of disposables and hence our carbon footprint. At the individual level, this might not seem to be much, but multiplied thousands of times, it will go a long way and hopefully instill lifelong habits that gather momentum across future generations. Today, I would like to talk about the importance of food security and what Singapore is doing to strengthen our resilience on this front. We currently import more than 90% of our food. This leaves us vulnerable to disruptors such as climate change, market volatilities, and animal and plant diseases. This is why it is important that we boost our local food production. The COVID-19 pandemic, which caused a brief bout of panic buying at the start of the circuit breaker, further underscores the need for Singapore to grow more food locally to safeguard our food security. Even before the COVID-19 crisis, the Singapore Food Agency, or SFA, had embarked on various strategies to increase local food production. Last year, we announced our goal to meet 30% of our nutritional needs with locally produced food by 2030, with a focus on vegetables, eggs, and fish. This is what we call our 30 by 30 goal. In April this year, SFA announced a $30 million 30 by 30 express grant to further accelerate local productions of eggs, leafy vegetables, and fish over the next 6 to 24 months. SFA is now coordinating with various agencies to facilitate the necessary regulatory clearances so that farms can start producing these three types of foods as soon as possible. Given our land constraints, we must also explore new and innovative ways of farming. Indeed, many farms are already adopting high-tech solutions to increase their yields exponentially while maintaining the high quality of their produce. Since 2019, Sidiponics has been operating a farm on the rooftop of a HDB multi-story car park in Ang Mo Kio. To ensure sustainability and productivity in its operations, Sidiponics has developed its own vertical growing technology, the Aqua Organic System, or AOS. The AOS can potentially reduce water consumption significantly as every drop of water is kept in a closed loop. To open up more spaces for urban farming in our community, SFA recently launched a tender for rooftop farms on 9 HDB multi-story car parks. We have been encouraged by the response to the tender. We will make available more multi-story car park rooftop sites later this year. While we work with the industry to increase local food production, it is also equally important to encourage greater support or demand for our local produce. Our local farms need to have sustained demand for the produce to ensure that they remain commercially viable. To make it easier for everyone to identify and purchase local produce, the SFA has been working with our farmers and retailers to label local produce with the new SG Fresh Produce logo, featuring the SG brand mark. Today, you'll be able to find the new logo on packaging of local produce sold at supermarkets and through our online retailers such as Red Mark. The SFA will also be launching From SG to SG campaign later this month, aimed at promoting our local produce. So do keep a lookout for the campaign videos and updates on social media as well as other media platforms. Beyond these efforts, we also want to tap on the ideas and experiences of the public on how we can increase demand for local produce. This is why my ministry recently convened a citizens' work group on this topic to partner our citizens to co-create and co-deliver solutions for Singapore's context. I launched the inaugural meeting for this citizens' work group on increasing demand for local produce on the 18th of July. And since then, the work group has met twice. We look forward to sharing the recommendations of the work group in due course. I'm heartened that NUS is stepping up its sustainability drive. It is using local ingredients in their first We Go Local and Low Carbon team dinner since the COVID-19 pandemic. Choosing to buy local produce has several benefits. First, it will help to spur our farms to embrace technology and become more productive to meet the increased demand. Second, as local produce is grown at home, it is fresher and lasts longer. Third, local produce has a lower carbon footprint as it does not need to travel far and over a long period of time before reaching us. This also means less spoilage and food waste. To conclude, I'm glad that NUS has organized events such as the Sustainable Urban Farming Talk featuring Cityponics co-founder Danielle Chan, who is an NUS alumnus, to raise awareness on the good work of our local farmers and the importance of supporting sustainable local produce. The local agriculture industry has evolved to meet the challenges of the future and the needs of today's consumers. The infusion of technology into farming has altered the shape and the character of the industry. It is no longer the back-breaking, labor-intensive industry that many of us imagine, but an exciting sector with interesting developments, such as transformation of our food sources, and which will offer young graduates a great career. I look forward to the continued growth of the industry and more recognition and support for our local products and offerings. Thank you.